Hello, ladies, and welcome back to Get 'em Girl, a girl's guide to relationships, femininity, dating, polarity, and attraction. Okay, today I want to talk about the kind of woman that men spoil. And I always talk about having your own fullness of life, having your own things going on, making sure you're upkept. All of those things, they're great. And you should be doing them not just for the man, but for yourself. But there is something that we bring to men's lives that make it a transaction, make it to where he wants to spoil you more, where he wants to draw into you and do things for you because you are adding this value to his life. And so I'm going to break it down like this. Have you ever met a woman whose personality is almost infectious? Like when you are around this person, she is charming, she is witty, she has this spark, and people just gravitate towards her. If you ever met a person like this, you understand that there's kind of this magnetism that they have about themselves because being around them makes you feel better about you. Do you get what I'm describing, ladies? And so when it comes to men, they are more focused in, they're more logical, all these things, y'all know this. But there's something that we intuitively have in our femininity that I feel like we lose sometimes, but it's actually a benefit to men because they can't do it for themselves. And that is that spark, that little bit of excitement that we add to their lives, that unexpected thing, because we are very flowy, emotional creatures. We get excited. We have things going on. We want to talk about them. We have big reactions. We feel our feelings out loud as feminine women. That's not to say we don't have emotional control, but we feel our feelings out loud. And there's something exciting about that, kind of exuberating about a woman who knows how to be open with her feelings, to feel her feelings out loud with a man, though. And I think sometimes we lose that art because as feminine women, we know how to share without oversharing. We know how to control our emotions, but we also know how to be open enough for a person to feel our energy, to feel our excitement, to feel our fullness of life. And so as a woman who is bringing that to a man's life, you have to understand that that femininity is something he does not provide to himself on his own. He does need to outsource that. And if you are the woman that can bring that to his life, bring that spark to his life, give him something extra to look forward to, give him something to be excited about, those men will spoil you. What sometimes aging does to us is it causes us to live through these life experiences and we start to take on baggage. And when I say baggage, I'm not talking kids and all of that. When I say baggage, I mean emotional baggage. Okay. And that emotional baggage over time, it starts to weigh on us. And what we don't realize is those things shine through in our attitudes, in our personality, in the way we approach situations. And usually you can tell when a person is speaking from a place of having baggage in that area because there's some kind of hurt there. There's some kind of weight that they are experiencing that they bring to this situation. And so a lot of times men will gravitate to younger women because they haven't experienced enough life to have a lot of baggage, honestly. A lot of times that is the situation. They have not lived a lot of life, so they don't have as much baggage. But as women who are growing and maturing and expressing femininity at all ages, what I say to you is to find a way to let past things go. Because if you can find a way to let that past baggage go and move forward with an open mind and clear and a clear mindset, you'll find that you approach situations and you'll approach men in a lighter energy. You won't feel so heavy to a person. You'll be able to have that spark in conversation, that energy, that excitement. That's a lot of times what gravitates men to women. It's that thing that you bring to their lives that it just feels light. It just feels fun. I'm not saying make it to where he doesn't have to problem solve for you or anything. But what I am saying is a lot of times I talk to some ladies. I'm not going to say all my ladies, but I talk to some ladies and we see a lot of times these situations through a lens of hurt. Right. So when I talk about women letting their men lead, a lot of times I can tell in responses, oh, no, I've tried that before. I'm not going to do that. Why would I trust a man? Why would I? You can tell that there's baggage and there's hurt. And it gets to the point I've talked to ladies who have met a man and I'm telling you, he's doing all the things. He's communicating with them regularly. He's planning dates. He's on his P's and Q's, ladies. And the response that I get from these ladies is, I feel like he's love bumming me. I feel like he's going to be one of those guys. He does all of these things and then he's just going to disappear in a month. I feel like this is just something that he does. I need you to realize that is speaking from a place of hurt. That's speaking from a place of past things still being attached to you. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying be naive, but in that situation, I'm going to urge you, if you feel like that is your initial response to men being kind to you and doing the things they're actually supposed to do when they court you, then I need you to examine that thing that hurt you. I need you to examine that situation where you experienced that in the past. I need you to examine it, figure out why, and then move past it, because you do not need to carry that into every situation and think that every time a man is doing the things he's supposed to do, that he's love bumming you. If you think that, that's actually an unhealthy mindset, because he's doing the things that you actually would want him to do. And I'm going to take it a step further and say, if you experience love bumming to the extent to where you feel like it's a pattern with all men and it happens with you frequently, there's a practice that needs to be done on some of your boundaries. Okay, there is a practice that needs to be done on some of your boundaries, because here's the thing. If a man is doing so many things and you are just accepting of it, and he can interfere with your time whenever he wants to because he's doing something nice and you don't have anything going on outside of him, I need you to know that there is a practice with your boundaries that you need to be figuring out in order to stop that. Okay? Because a lot of times what happens is a man is doing all of these things. Every time he calls you, he wants to do something for you, and you're saying yes. You never have anything to do outside of him. So yeah, y'all are talking for this month and it's just constant. He's doing all of these things. You're saying yes. You never have anything else to do. You pick up every time he calls. Anytime he wants to go on a date, you're free. All of these things. And so to you, you're seeing this and you're like, okay, I'm saying yes, I'm being open, I'm taking these dates or whatever. And to him, it's kind of like the chase is slowly being taken away. I'm sorry to say that. And I know a lot of women don't like the idea of the chase, but it's real. Okay. And so the only way a man can love bum you in reality is if you are allowing him to have so much of your time, have your yes every single time, have nothing else going on, to the point where he can love bum you to that extent to where the chase is going and then he's gone. There's a boundary there that you do have to create in situations so that men can't even love bum you even if they tried. So I'm not saying to be a mean girl to him and all of those things, but have some things going on for yourself. If he calls you the day of and he's trying to set something up that y'all didn't talk about, it's okay sometimes for you to be like, listen, I have a meeting scheduled today, or I have appointments scheduled for today that I already had them planned, and I really do appreciate you doing this. And believe me, I love your intentions behind it, but it's a bad time. I had something going for today. How about we reschedule? Like, are there any dates that are better for you that I can try to work into my schedule? Do you see how that goes, ladies? If you put some boundaries on your time, a person really can't love bum you to the point to where it's constant and the chase is going. If he can love bum you to the point that the chase is going, that means you didn't put enough boundary on your time and you didn't put enough boundaries on your energy. Okay, so that's how you fix a love bumming situation. But furthermore, if you've been in that situation so many times that a man can't even come in and be nice to you because you automatically think that's what it is, that's some past baggage. That's some past hurt. That's what I'm talking about when I say some things weigh on you from past relationships and you bring it to this new person and there's a heaviness. So now everything he does, you look at him with skepticism instead of excitement, instead of enthusiasm, instead of enjoying the moment. You look at him with skepticism because you feel like it's love bombing. Because you're not used to a guy coming in doing nice things and you putting boundaries on how y'all interact and the relationship continuing. It's because you haven't done it that way yet. And so now you're looking at him and he's like, okay, I'm doing all these nice things. I'm putting all this time into you and you don't seem excited. That's that heaviness. Okay? That's that heaviness. That's that resistance that I'm talking about. And we have to find a way to let go of past people, past hurts and situations that cause us to exude that heaviness so that when we do meet new people, we can be in the moment. We're not worried about if they're trying to love bomb us because we have boundaries in place. We have standards for our time. We have standards for our man. Yes, you can do something nice for me, but if it's going to overlap over something that I have going on, it's not going to work. Let's reschedule. Okay. But at the same time, if I give you my yes and we've planned something and it's our time, I'm about to be the most flirty, sexy version of myself that I can. I'm about to show you this femininity because that's what men enjoy. That's what they enjoy. It's that spark. A lot of men do things for women because they just want to see the reaction, just because they want to see that excitement, just because they want to feel like the man, like, oh, snap, I really just did something. She's excited. You know what I'm saying, ladies? That lightheartedness, okay, that fun flirtiness. Men want that. Okay, it's not something that dies with time. That's something that you have to figure out how to incorporate into your femininity to the point to where it's a part of you. I don't care if you've been together for 10 years. That's still something that you should exude because in your femininity, it should be a part of you. It's not something that dies off. So there is no, he just wants to be with someone younger and all. Oh, I'm young in my own right. I'm youthful in my own right. I'm light. I'm fun. I'm flirty. I'm sexy. I don't care what age. And you're about to experience this to where you're going to wonder, is she really the age that she said she is? Because that's femininity. That's not just youthful. That's just femininity. Okay, ladies, it's just sometimes with age passing and with situations coming up, we allow those situations to weigh on our femininity. But you have to get rid of that. Learn how to be in the moment. Learn how to let past hurts go. Learn how to get back to that light version of yourself to where you can have new experiences. Learn how to set boundaries so that love bombing isn't even a thing that you're worried about. Learn how to give that push and pull. And I don't want to say it like it's a game, because it's not. What it really is having standards for your time. And also, when you allow someone to have your time, to be in the moment, to be fun, to not approach it with skepticism. That's really what it is. And the first step to that is learning to let those past things go, because this man is not that man. Okay? And so hopefully I explained this thorough enough to where you're getting where I'm coming from. If y'all have any questions, or, something that just you didn't quite get, go ahead and ask me in the comments below so I can further elaborate. But what I am trying to explain to you ladies is how to get back to that light feminine version of yourself that men love so much, that you would love for yourself if you gave yourself the opportunity. And it don't matter how old you are. It don't matter the age. Okay? This is a quality of femininity, not a quality of youthfulness. It should not be that way. Okay, ladies, but I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next episode of Get 'em Girl. Bye.